I want to talk about something nobody wants to admit. You're comfortable in a shitty life. Not happy, but comfortable. And comfort is more powerful than almost anything else when it comes to keeping you stuck. Let me explain what I mean. You're in a relationship that doesn't serve you. Your partner doesn't choose you, doesn't see you, doesn't love you the way you deserve. But you know how to be in this relationship. You know the patterns, you know what to expect. It's painful, but it's familiar. So you stay. Or you're in a job that exhausts you, undervalues you, takes everything you have, and gives nothing back. But you know how to do this job. You know the routine, you know what to do every day. It's soul crushing, but it's predictable. So you stay. Or you're just stuck in a life that isn't actually yours, with habits that are destroying you, in patterns that are killing you slowly. And you know you should leave, you know you should change, you know this isn't the life you want, but you don't, because leaving means stepping into the unknown, and the unknown is terrifying. Even if the known is destroying you, this is the trap of comfort. Your nervous system would rather be in pain with a predictable outcome than in discomfort with an unknown one. So you numb out, you eat, you drink, you smoke, you get high, you scroll, you do whatever it takes to not feel the desperation of staying in a life that isn't yours. And you tell yourself, next week I'll leave, next month I'll change, next year things will be different. But next week comes and you're still there. Next month comes and nothing's changed. Next year rolls around and you're exactly where you started, because comfort is keeping you there. Not love, not obligation, not because you can't leave, but because the familiar, even though it's painful, feels safer than the unknown of being alone or starting over or building a different life. I did this for 20 plus years. I stayed in patterns that were destroying me because they were familiar. I numbed myself with food because feeling the desperation was too much. I told myself I couldn't leave because my son needed me, because my family could depend on me for things, because I didn't know how to be anything other than what I'd always been, a people pleaser. But the truth was, I was too comfortable in my discomfort, and that comfort was costing me everything. My health was deteriorating, type 2 diabetic, barely mobile, blood pressure through the roof, obese. My body was shutting down because I was numbing out instead of facing what needed to change. And here's what I finally understood, the thing that changed everything: comfort isn't safety, it just feels like it. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between familiar pain and actual safety. It just knows, I've survived this before. I know what this feels like. Stay here. But surviving something isn't the same as living. And staying somewhere because it's familiar isn't the same as choosing it. The moment I stopped confusing comfort with safety, everything shifted. Not because leaving was easy, it wasn't. Not because the unknown stopped being terrifying, it didn't. But because I finally asked myself the question that changed my life: what is staying actually costing me? Not what leaving might cost me, what staying is costing me. Right now, every day I choose the familiar pain over the unknown possibility, it was costing me my health, my body, my joy, my whole life. And then I finally saw that clearly. What I really saw was the comfort stopped feeling comfortable. Because here's what nobody tells you about the trap of comfort: the unknown you're so afraid of, you've already survived harder things than that. Starting over is terrifying, but you've started over before. Being alone is scary, but you've been alone in a relationship for years. At least alone is honest. Building a different life feels impossible, but the life you're living right now, you built that too. You built it unconsciously from fear, from patterns you didn't choose. Imagine what you could build when you choose consciously, on purpose, for yourself. That's what care in action is. Not just changing your body, not just healing your mind, actually leaving the trap, actually stepping into the unknown, actually building a life that's yours. It's the hardest thing you'll ever do, and it's the only thing worth doing. Because 10 years from now, you'll either look back and say, I stayed, I was comfortable, I numbed out, and I lost a decade of my life that was never really mine. Or you'll say, I was terrified, I stepped into the unknown anyway, and I built something I'm actually proud of. The trap of comfort is real, but so is the door out. I'm on the other side of it, and I can tell you the unknown is so much better than the familiar pain ever was.